Hey everyone, how's it going? Just give me 1 sec and we will get started. How's everyone doing tonight? Just getting started. So we'll probably start with Shadow, and then we'll see how long the runs go, and then maybe switch up between. But we got a couple different decks today that I'm interested in trying out. See how everything kind of feels in the format. So we got that. Just get started, and we will record for YouTube as well for the folks that aren't live. Okay. Welcome back, MTG Joe here. We're live on YouTube again. We are doing our runs of the Timeless Metagame Challenge. So we had standard metagame last week. I got 30 packs free. I got the 7 wins with mono red. Today we're going to try out a couple different decks, see if we get those 30 packs. So how it works is you pay 2,000 gold. If you lose, you get 500 back. So really, you're paying 1,500 gold for the chance to play. You're allowed 0 losses. Once you lose, you're out. But each win you get, you progressively get more and more. Your kind of rough break even is 2 wins, where you kind of net out 500 gold of value. At 3 wins, you're up 3 packs, and then the elusive 7 wins gets you 5,000 gold, so 2.5 times your entry fee plus 30 packs. Now note, this is all Khans of Tarkir. I was hoping they did a variety of them. There's not really many cards I want left in this set, so we'll see how many runs we'll do of this. But it is fun to kind of try it out. And at the very least, we'll get some feel of like what decks are doing well for folks, and we'll kind of give that a shot. So we're going to start today with a Rakdos Death Shadow list. So this is a Scourge Death Shadow list from one of my internet friends, Maffy. So we've been chatting a bit about this. So there's been Grixis, there's been Jund, this one's straight Rakdos. So we have Death Shadow, which power is 13, so it's a 13 for 1 mana, great stats, but has the condition that it gets minus XX, where X is your life total. So you kind of want to hurt yourself. So you do that pretty easily with just shock fetch shock, ways like that, your opponent hitting you. You also have Scourge of the Skyclaves, very similar idea. So its power is equal to 20 minus the highest life total among players. So you have that kind of avenue. It could also be kicked, where if it kicks, each player loses half their life total. We're probably not going to kick it. It's 7 mana. And in this deck, we are probably playing 20 lands. So likely not getting kicked in this particular deck. The rest of the deck, we have a lot of powerful Rakdos cards. We have the Bauble, Dragon Rage Chandler package that enables Delirium, Deathrite Shaman to ramp us. This one's also got Stalactite Stalker. 1 mana, 1/1 menace. Beginning your end step, if you descended this turn, so a permanent is put into your graveyard, it gets a counter on it. You can descend with like baubles, your fetch lines, so there's a lot of ways to enable it. And then the Stalker itself can be sacrificed as a form of removal as well. So kind of cool interaction like that. Some Thought Seizes also hits our life total, which is good. The Lightning Bolts in here is removal with Unholy Heat, so 6 pieces of main board removal. We have Orcish Bowmasters, removal, just kind of ping, hit your opponent. Bloodghast, another cool card. And this one here is gonna be able to come back repeatedly. You have fetch lands. It also plays very nicely with Inti, so we can discard the Bloodghast and then get it back. Notably, Inti can give trample to our Death Shadows and our Scourges. So I want to see how that plays. Some card advantage, similarly with Kroxa. Mount Doom in the mana base, as well as Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Den of the Bugbear. So the sideboard, when we go to it, we have Fatal Pushes as removal, Haywire Might, Artifact Enchantment Hate. We play 1 green source in the mana base in Overgrown Tomb. That works with the Deathrite Shaman, but also can activate the Might. Unlicensed Hearse for Graveyard Hate, Grafdigger's Cage in here for the kind of tutor decks, anything that's looking to do, for example, natural order, any sort of graveyard combo, stuff of that nature. Roiling Vortex for the more controlling matchups. It's harder to deal with if they don't have like anything with like sweepers, heavy removal, stuff of that nature. Molten Collapse to deal with planeswalkers and then just bigger things. And then the tech that I've been using in mono red or in like the Junburn deck is Rampaging Ferocidon. So it's very good against Field of the Dead. It's good against the Yawgmoth decks at times because you can shut off the life gain. It's just a different angle of attack. The one card we may want is Pithing Needle. And I think I'm just going to make the decision. I think I'd get more utility out of Pithing Needle than the Haywire might, so I want to give it like that. Needle's good to name like Necropotence or Planeswalkers, stuff of that nature. So we'll give this one a shot and see how it goes. Deceased Avocado says, my Gruul aggro deck kind of in Eden, performing better than my Winota Explosion decks. Nice. Did you do a run with it at all? Or is it just the ladder? So we will give this a shot. Let's see how this does. Depending from where we go, we have like the Junburn deck. There's a Merfolk list from Doomwake that looked pretty fun. We have Mono Black Control. So a couple different decks we can try out today. We will submit. Locked, cocked, and loaded. So while we wait for our first opponent, you'll see in the top right-hand corner, we're trying to hit 15,000 subs on the YouTube channel. We're at 11,580. Subbing on YouTube is free, helps out channel. Similarly, if you are subbed, likes and comments, as always, go a long way. They don't cost you anything, and they do help support things. So we are playing Shogunai. From watching today, like some other folks playing, it's like some people bringing standard decks, and then there's whatever's happening in this format. So I think we keep this. So the problem is we can't cast this on 2. And this has to get in an attack. So, and then this comes in tap. So we can't like shock. Maybe we do. Keep shock. Let's try. Opponent's very impatient off the bat. Love to see it. So basic swamp could be, do I want the green mana preemptively? I already have the other red in hand, so probably. I just want to get this out of Bowmaster range. This could be Mono Black Control, could be that they just let on the basic. Inti's pretty sweet here. So we'll attack. We're going to discard the Bloodghast. We're going to put the counter on Bowmaster. We get Bauble here. We'll put Bauble in the yard. Bauble our opponent here. Bane deck. So that's an interesting one there. So now we get the land, we get this Bloodghast back, and we get to draw a card. So now this is a 5/5, which is nice. And we're getting closer to this as well. Okay, so budget deck from the opponent, it looks like. I think here we push in. If they want to block the Inti, they can. Gonna get rid of Death right here, I think. Yeah, that's actually really good. Don't want any more lands here. Did I say Ben of the Bugbear? Yes. Constructed All-Star Ben of the Bugbear. I'm gonna hold this line for now. Either we'll discard it with Inti, or if they have removal, they can play it. The Necro decks are kind of tough if they get like turn 1 Necro. So Feign Death is just like a... when it dies, you get it back. So this just looks like a starter deck. This is what's happening with some of the decks. You're getting people playing like their standard starter. Okay, so hitting our Bloodghast is nice there. So in this matchup, we're probably going to want Fatal Push. And probably Molten Collapse, maybe? I think we just take out the Thoughtseize. And Croxa seems good. Maybe not even Collapse, just play it like that. It was a good demo, at least, of what the deck can do. We didn't have like the fastest DRC starts, but on the play, 1-drop, 2-drop, 2-drop, Inti. Inti's looking really sweet in this deck, just kind of fueling us. Weird, the screen looks foggy. This hand's fine. Warlock class. So let's see what you have. Kaya's Ghost Farm. Let's see what we have. Deathrite Shaman. No fetch land, unfortunately, just yet, but we're drawing 2 off this. So Warlock class can let them draw 2 cards. Or put 1 into your hand. So Blood Chief's coming down here. I think this turn we just do this. Not hitting the line's a little annoying. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses a life. So they would get it back next turn, which is kind of annoying. We would lose a life, but we can get it back. I think we... just do this. Because if I could get shadows going, it's fine. They get to draft something here. We had a line drop, it's obviously a little bit better, but... I think here we just pass. Because they'll probably attack in here, and then I can just eat it. Alright, no attack there is an interesting one. Okay, so we did hit the land, which is nice here. Scourge is still tiny, so I don't particularly want to use it just yet. We'll just pass the turn here. If they attack, which they're kind of incentivized with Sanctum Seeker, I'll block, it enables Revolt, and then I can Fatal Push. If they kill any of my stuff, I also have Fatal Push up. Sure. So hopefully they put a land in the graveyard. It'll give me access to that. Okay, so we have some ramp if we need it with Deathrite. Beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay, so we'll kill that. So they'll get a effect here. So I can do this, I can Stalker. Hey Francesco, how's it going? Could get that back, I could get Luris to hand. I think what we're gonna do here is drain them. And just play out the Skyclave here. I have Fatal Push in my yard. Interesting. They chose that over the Sanctum Seeker. Okay, so we can kind of use this to our advantage, but we have to be mindful because they gain life. So here, I can play 3 things, lose 3 life. So kind of cool interaction there. So we have to be mindful though, because they're going to gain life. Have you had any more luck with Overcooked, Francesca? Okay, so this will die. They'll get another effect here. And then I think it's just Luris to hand, play the land, get back the Bloodghast here. I know Maffey was working on the Overcooked list. This one's his Death Shadow list. This Cursebound Witch has come back like 8 times, it feels. Oh, that's a scary one. So I can make these bigger. So it's kind of funny. I can make them bigger, which makes my Scourge smaller, but they Oh, nice job. For those just swinging by, we just got 1-0. We are playing a version of Rakdos Death Shadow. You're using like Inti to give trample. We got some blood gas in here. We took down budgety mono black aggro. Continue on. I think the goal is if we get 3-4 wins each time, you pretty much make back. You get some packs back. Ideally, we get some mythic wild cards so I can try out some new decks. Okay, so opponent goes first. That's cheating. Yeah, the Tainted Pack deck's a little tough. Probably keep this one. Opponent goes first. See what they're on. Blue. Think in the dark. We'll do this. I'm not sure what they're on just yet. Because next turn I can shock DRC and Thoughtseize. Lorien revealed. I was trying out that Sorin deck. It didn't work out well for me. Double Island. So from anywhere. So I'm leading with DRC. We get the counter spell out of them. Ooh, they are mill. So Tasha's is kind of scary. Our curve's pretty low. So I think we get rid of the Tashas here. Miss Min was playing mill earlier in the week. So it's like a turbo mill. The problem is with this, because our curve's so low, it's going to take out like a third of our deck. Whereas like if they just mill us like naturally with this, we have Croxa. This also exiles, which is worse. Okay, so you're building yours a little bit different. I did mine Dark Ritual into Sorin. So they might just steal my Stalker this turn. See what they do here. Just gonna kill that, I think. The reason being, it can start pressuring me a bit. It's better just to take him off it. Next turn, I can shock fetch. So we'll see if they're able to break parity. We know that they're mill now. Like the first few turns, I wasn't sure what they were on. So it would change like the way we want to approach the matchup itself. We're likely going to see from them... We haven't seen black, so I don't know if they're on Drown in the Lock yet. But like Roiling Vortex can be good. Okay, so they found the Laughter. This takes out a huge chunk. So this is what I was worried about. Like here they took out... Just like... They hit my Croxa. They hit my other Bloodghast. They hit so much of my deck. Still the Overgrown. So we'll see. We'll probably lost this one. Yeah, this is Maffey's list. I'm not going to play out the bauble because I don't want to draw cards here. Okay, so they could have Drown in the Lock now. Glimpse. Can you stop it, opponent? And Ashiok. Jeez. Five cards. I think we just need to try to pressure as much as possible. So what's left in my deck? I have a Bowmaster. Oh, this isn't even like updating. Ah, they got it. That's annoying. Talk about like great draws there. So I want the Vortex. I think I want Soul Guide just to deal. Yeah, I might just play Unlicensed Hearse. It deals with their graveyard. I think we're gonna get rid of the baubles. You know, in this matchup, I think I'm gonna overboard a bit. Play like an extra 4 cards. The bolts are fine. They're probably... This is still broken. This is still broken. I don't want Fatal Push. I don't want Needle. Okay, we'll just play 64. At least I know I need a little bit more of an aggressive start. They didn't have Ashiok, maybe, but they had like... They had a very good draw. They also 20'd us with Tasha's. This hand's actually not going to do much, so we're going to ball again. Yeah, this hand's good. Actually not. Okay, well, looks like we're keeping. Do I care for Lightning Bolt? Yeah, the fetches are less my concern. I think we do this. Show me land. They're not blind? Ah. Multi-5's nonsense. The fact it's Unholy Heat is annoying. Okay, so they brainstorm. Weird that they go to second main before playing their land. They go Foundry here. So Cacophony is actually pretty good because it likely turns on Delirium. We are going to fetch now. Got a lot of lands in here. So I just threw this into the graveyard because if we hit a land, it's good. Okay, so Delirium's on. If we hit a land, it's fine. Unholy Heat's on. Tash is killing me. So it's probably ditch Unholy Heat. So I even have lands left in my deck. I've overgrown. Oh, they just get to recast Tasha's. So we probably lose. Like, perfect. So I have one. Is that my whole deck? So dumb! So dumb. Because, like, we had to fetch there, too, which was annoying. Okay. Let's try this one again. Like, you can't really do much in that matchup. Like, we're not really... Maybe I just get rid of Luris and add in, like, my whole sideboard. Just to try to keep a few. We also mulled to 5, so there's 2 more cards in the deck. But part of the problem is, like, you're getting... Like, baubles count for 0, but it mills you over. Alright, this hand's good. Overgrown farmland. We got forest. So Fate, it's your first loss and you're out. So if you get 7 wins before your loss, then you're out. But once you get 3 wins, you win back 1,500 and your money. So usually is okay. It's an interesting turn. So, like, I can go into... This might be Angels, to which I'm a bit concerned. So maybe we start by seeing what they're playing. Okay, this is a weird deck. Let's get rid of that. Think here it's... I may want the Unholy Heat, so I'm gonna hold off. Yeah, if you asked me like 20 games, I wasn't gonna think mill. I also wasn't gonna think that this deck was gonna have Elvish Clangcaller and Solemnity or Sterling Grove. So it's a little weird because I want to attack. I think honestly if they trade both, I'm fine with it. Actually, they won't be able to trade both. Because now I get to play the Delta here. Yeah, like I can understand maybe Elvish Mystic, but like Soul Warden and the Mystics and the Clan Callers all seem a little weird. Unholy Heat might have more utility, so do I trade here? Probably not. Okay, so Inti into Inti. Our life total is getting a little low. That's annoying. I think it's the reason it's a little different, I think, is just we're getting people trying out different decks. I think we just put Luris to hand here. I have a basic mountain. We're hitting a lot of lands off the Stalker, which is kind of annoying. Well, that's a little scary. So here, they're just dead if I... No, because I take 4. So I have to block like this. I mean, Weird Elves almost got us in the end. So that's... lethal either way. Let him know we had it. Alright. We survived against really weird elves. The Overgrown Farmland, Breeding Pool, Field of Ruins, Sterling Grove elves. So in this matchup, I think we bring in the Fatal Pushes. We might want Ferocidon. Take out Luris. Probably take out Thoughtseize. Don't think we want Croxa, and I don't think we want Bloodghast in this matchup. Kind of run it like that. We shift out of the graveyard package. What are lands? I mean, you might be able to keep this, but... Alright, this hand looks good. Gonna put Scourge back in this matchup. We'll get Death right here. I think we just want to kill everything in this matchup. it's just like with your sideboarding, it's kind of like, okay, what do I want to hit against? So we saw like a bunch of elves that first game. If you kind of draw your parallels to like mono green elves and historic stuff like that, Ferocidon's really good because they usually spam the board wide. Something like Sterling Grove, they didn't show me anything else, so I'm not really concerned with that. And I'm just thinking of things that don't necessarily block. Okay, well, they love their Soul Wardens. Rather you don't gain life. How does that sound? I'm gonna get the Overgrown Tomb here because I can start eating at their things and gaining life. Whew, only lands, only lands. 20 lands, but flooding hard. I'll play probably the Bloodstained and then hold this. See if they attack in here. Okay, we're kind of out of gas. Okay, really, deck. Between you and me, I would be happy if we stopped drawing lines. That would be very cool. Because we have 2 in the yard too. I'm physically running out of lines. I think the way this game's going, we just need to keep our life total high. Yeah, that could be the case. Intruder Alarm. Sterling Grove finds it. Okay, we got Bauble. Temple Garden on top. Show me a spell. So I think we're just killing that. I think we just gotta start pivoting here now. Yeah, well, we're too far from Shadow. They could Climb Caller again, but I can't really do much there. Honestly, though, even if I got Luris, like, I guess I can start recasting Bauble multiple times, but I think there's like 4 lines left in my deck. There's not 13 lines left in my deck. Take that. All right. 10. Inti. Inti, get rid of Shadow. Pretty happy with that trade, I think. Yeah, I didn't set the stop in time. Get him down a bit on life here. Okay, so I do think here actually think we... They might have like collected company here. I don't know. They could also fetch another one. Okay, we got Stalker, which isn't bad. Yeah, it's like so eager to draw you a card. All right, that's what I got. We're like 1,000% getting Sunfall, aren't we? This just feels like a deck that's gonna have Sunfall in it randomly. All right, cool. Cool. That was elves that I own in my collection. Just no mill. If we can avoid mill, I'm going to be a happy camper. If we hit mill, then I'm going to be sad. All right, tomato soup. Hand is not going to work. This hand is sick. I think we put Scourge back right now. I'm actually going to start here by fetching. The reason being it gets us slightly closer to Delirium on turn 2. Hey Timorance, we went 1-1 in the first one. We lost to Mill where they Tasha Hideous Laughtered us for over 20 each time. We took down cheesy mono black aggro. See if we hit Delirium here. Could be Bolt. And then we just took down like Bant Elves, question mark. They had Sterling Grove and Elves. Could have been Intruder Alarm. Veil of Summer. Well, we don't want the land. Classic Veil of Summer. They have Goyf, there's land, instant sorcery. I mean, Scourge is already a 5/5. I think I want the Surveil value here. I'm gonna keep the land, because worst case I just Luris here. And then a creature in my yard turns on Delirium. Like they're already at 10. Do you have the Bolt? Feels bad, man. Mainboard Veil of Summer. Into mainboard Blood Moon. Yeah, Marvel Snaps, it's fun as a toilet game, but I think beyond that, it's not that great, so probably just gonna go to the next one. Did not think we were getting mainboard Veil of Summer, so Play that. Do I want the unlicensers? Can't see their board. Probably not. They're on like you're never gonna play around mainboard Veil. I'm sorry. That's not a card you play around. Probably a Bowmaster deck, so we'll just get rid of a Bauble. It might be on Goyf. We have the pushes. Yeah, I spent like I was leveling up. I got infinite with Blob, and then they nerfed it. Now I'm playing a Nihilus kind of junk deck. We'll see how this goes. We know they have the Blood Moon now, so we'll fetch around it. I don't think we like in game one. Like I just don't think they actually had it on curve. They played as a 2 of. All right. Hurt me, daddy. Inti's sweet. I like what the deck's doing. Okay, so we are gonna get a. Oh, I can't even get basic swamp with this. That's annoying. Okay, so they're gonna do that. Get Inquisition. Inquisition will take my Bowmaster most likely. So this will enable Delirium at least. And then we just pray. If we had our fetches in the other way. I mean, do we keep Mount Doom? Probably not. I need to fetch around Blood Moon here. Battily pushed. Okay, so at least they're getting rid of the push. Okay, Death Rate's not bad. How's Joda in Standard? I'm just gonna throw things out here. Like, I figure they have bow. They have freaking thing too. Bolt. I mean, if they have it, they have it. I can't do much about it. I'm gonna do this, so it lets me multi-spell. Jarcel. Bolt's my death, right? This one's just been frustrating. We had so many lands the first game. Okay, so I Thoughtseize. Probably Bowmaster. Fable's also annoying, but the Bowmaster's gonna pick my Stalactite. Probably dead anyways. Yeah, it feels like it's bad into like a Sunfall format. So they can't really attack in this turn. I guess they can attack in with the Orc army. Yeah, I feel that's probably the case with it. Stalker down. Gonna take the damage here. I mean, we just attack in, right? So if we attack in, we block. We go to 4. Because they have to block here. They don't block, they're dead. All right, let's hope for the best. Hope for the best. If I could get Inti, it'd be good. I should have got a basic. Oh, I can get Croxa back. Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay. You got one draw. What you get? What you get? I think Joda's probably a little bit better in Alchemy because you get some of the like Lord of the Rings legendaries that always seem good. Boromir and stuff. I mean, if we got a single spell this game, it goes so far. Yeah, I play a lot of Marvel Snap, just like it's my toilet game, or just when you're on the couch at night. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't block with Fable there. Only because it gives him another recast off Jarsoul for some value. We definitely, if we go to game 3, want to bring in our Graveyard Hate. I got Infinite in Marvel Snap with Blob before, and now I'm playing a Nihilus, like, give you bad cards. I held the land here because the land doesn't actually do anything, and this might telegraph that I have something. Doing this just to be safe. Okay. Hey, Carlo. Doing well. This is game 3. Sorry, match 2, game 3 against Jund. So I think we're bringing in the Graveyard Hate. Bloodghast's interesting, but I don't think we want it. I think we trim down the Thoughtseize, maybe. They do have Bowmasters, so like the Bobble's a little susceptible. Maybe just Molten Collapse. It gives us like another removal spell. Bloodghast keeps coming back, which is good. They haven't shown Deathrite Shaman. I would imagine they're on it. It does get picked off by Bowmaster, which is a little worse. So maybe we just keep the Collapse in. How are you doing, Carla? Decaetano. Opponent goes first. Keep. So I can Fatal Push here. Or I can Unholy Heat. I think in the dark, because I want this to fetch a swamp if possible, but I actually need the mountains, so... So this will get that. I can just push this. So maybe I should have just led with the Overgrown Tomb push. I think we're just Unholy Heating here. So they do have their basic. I think we're just passing this turn. I'm gonna fetch basic here. Maybe should have... Okay, so they have Bowmaster on top. I should have played Dragon Rage and then bobbled. I also should have waited. We get less info this way. No, we played first round, we lost to Mill, where Tasha's Hideous Laughter destroys this deck. It mills like 22 cards in a shot. So I can take a chance here and push to try to hit Delirium. But if it fails, then I'm down. I also don't have an out if they have Jarsil to follow up with. They have, you know, I think we try. No. Punished. We took a chance there. It was a bit of a gamble. They just have another Bowmaster? Oh, we were just drawing tons of land. Yeah, French. My background's Italian as well, Francesca. Okay, so they bolt here. I think we just do this, try to get Death Shadow going. Obviously, it can die to bolt, but we've seen a bolt, we've seen that. We gotta try to dodge Jarsil. But I'm liking our hand otherwise. Got him. Got him. Beaut. Alright, on the board. 2-0. Actually, do I have the... Let me see if I can do record. First run 1-1. Current 2-0. Alright, let's do it like that. The thing that I've noticed, I don't know if it's coincidental, and maybe anyone in chat. So if I play during the day, Eastern, like Canadian time, like early afternoon, my win rate's lower than if I play in the evening, which would be like late European time, early West Coast time. I find at night I have a higher win rate. I don't know who I'm getting paired up with or what, if it's just all coincidental. Keep. I think we lead on Thoughtseize. Nope. We kill that first. Voice of Resurgence in my... I don't know what they're on yet. They're not on Blood Moon, so we'll shock one more time. Might be wrong. Amalia combo. Okay, well, Amalia can go away. All right, so we just gotta get them after dinner. Like, they have a big dinner, they're a little tired. Okay, so this is them trying to bait me here. So they're going to flash in Bowmaster here. Think we keep another Death Shadow on top? Another Bow or Wild Growth. Cool. Can you beat a 5/5? There's a lot of really good European players. I'm just curious, like, why that happens all the time. Because, like, most of the time I do my Mythic runs, I do it at night. Okay, so we have Shadow here. So the thing is, this gets fairly large, which I'm a little concerned with. This is a 9/9. That only gets bigger. Because if I kill this, then they get the big token. Could take them off Coco, which could work. Because I don't want to kill this just yet. Let's play at Scorch here. Probably was right just to give him Wild Growth there. Well, Inti is sick here. Do I want Inti this turn or set up for next turn? It's probably set up for next turn. Because then Inti just gets trample. They're on Luris, so they won't have Skyclave Apparition, which is like the one card I'm concerned with. Got him! Alright, so Bloodghast doesn't do much here. We definitely want Ferocidons in this matchup. Get rid of Luris, play the Fatal Push. So sometime we can play Cage here. So I think we play it like this. We can take out a couple copies of Bauble because they're Luris. Take out the Croxa. Take out the Thoughtseize. Play it like that. Because it shuts off the life gain combo. And then we have like Unholy Heats. We have just a bunch of removal in here. The Bowmasters, the Inties, kind of all mixed in. I think we run it like that, see how it plays out. I'm liking this deck. It's cool. So we don't have any removal in this hand, so I think we mulligan. I think we keep this. Stalactite on 1, half push up on 2. Yeah, Kroxa comes out, I think. I don't want to give him mana this turn, so I think we do this. Okay. Especially with the combo like set up for next turn. They can have Coco here. Cool. It did win us that game. Like, the game against John, Kroxa was the card that won us. Okay, so they did find Fatal Push on top. They haven't found the fetch land yet, which is good. I'll kill Amalia here. So I'm going to do this now. The reason being is they... Oh no, they do have black mana up. Okay, let's see if they see it. They do have Revolt up. I shouldn't have fetched there. Okay. I think we're still okay. That was a slight mistake, but I have Stalker that I can use as removal if needed. My Death Shadow is getting fairly large. Get Lurrus to hand. I actually think I need to kill Death right here. Mind you, there's no lands in the yard yet. Because what do they get right now? They get Innkeeper. They can't get Innkeeper. If they hit a land, then they can get Thing. So I can actually just kill Lurrus, though, which is probably best. Have to be mindful. The Dina is going to be annoying. They explore. Coco's bad. Okay, we got another shadow. Needed a removal spell. The problem is this is gonna kill me. Like, they have everything in the combo. Yeah, they got it. That's annoying. Do I want Vortex as well? They showed the Fatal Push. Yeah, we know they have Push, so we have to be mindful of enabling it. If we didn't fetch that turn... Okay, sounds good. I think we just put Scourge back for now. Start on Deathrite. I can play out my whole hand next turn, which is nice. Yep, Knife Warden. Inti will also be nice as a follow-up play. Okay, so I think we do this. Yeah, gain your life. Do this. Yes, please. I would love a Bowmaster for Christmas. Just taking Soul Warden off will be pretty big. Do this on their turn. I don't think they're gonna mana tithe us. If they mana tithe us, I'm just gonna... okay, well... punished. Should have done it obviously then. And they got the Fatal Push on top. Hate to see it. And they found Paseju. Super annoying. Can't even cast Death Shadow here. This game's gone like downhill so quickly. So they can besiege you, but they're short of green, so they can't win this turn. So I have to try to find my guy instead. This one's frustrating. I misplayed this. They didn't show Veil of Summer. I should have done it. There was no upside to not doing it. I think here we just take it. Oh, they have their win on top. All right. Ferocidon one time. Ferocidon one time. No! Hey, Dean. GG's if we did. All right. That one didn't go so smoothly. Okay, well, we got a bit back. That was ours for the taking, and we punted it. Let's try one with Rakdos Burn. Or Jund Burn. Am I on 17 or 18 lands? Okay, so this is the list I played the other day. It is a Jund Burn deck, a lot of burn spells, same Rampaging Ferocidon, a lot of kind of overlap, but we're playing more burn spells, so it's a lower to the ground. Questing Druid, Light Up the Stage kind of mixed into there as well. So we'll give this a go, see how this plays out. And fire it up. Jund Burn. Summit. Yep. Let me change. Opponent goes first. Can't keep this hand. This hand looks fine. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so red on one. Could be a bolt. Cultivate. So they are probably like a Ponza deck. Sorry, folks, just getting set up for the second. Okay, so here Think we just pass? Since we missed the land, I think we're just gonna do... Let's do this. Try to find a land. Cool, that works. I think we just do it like that, because we can just set it up. Sorry, just catching up. Good night, Francesco. Yeah, all the packs are Tarkir. I have no clue what they're on. We saw Cultivate, so they're probably a big mana deck. So they're not searching spells. They might be on Blood Moon. I mean, in the dark, we run it back. We might just want Unholy Heat if they're on, like, Minsk. I don't know if they're on Titan, if they're on Feel. Yeah, I'm just run it back. Yeah, it's just practice. Like, I've been playing for, like, 14 years. So it's just a matter of like finding kind of your deck and then just getting good with it. Like I play a lot of Burn, so it tends to be the deck that I do best with. Sure, let's try this out. Topia Sprawl. I mean, my deck can't play around Blood Moon. Dean, there's a Karn deck I'm gonna post tomorrow. It's Mono Green Devotion and Timeless. Well, early Minsk is gonna be kind of scary. Especially because we don't have much going beyond that. They are at 14. That could be our saving grace. They do have planes here. Land destruction. Joke's on you, I'm flooding. The old Wrath of God. I don't think we want Bobble here. That turns on Delirium. It's just... do this. Think we try another light up? Swift Spear's not bad. Alright, and they got the Stone Rain. Like, so it's been like, okay, I went 4 and 3 in the video, and I'm like, iffy. The problem is with Bowmaster, a lot of the draws that you naturally get off Cure and stuff hurts. Plus you can't play as many elves. Also of note, Deathrite Shaman doesn't trigger Leyline of Anticipation. Opponent loves blowing up my lands. And what I say to that is... Cool. Don't want Deathrite. Or DRC, probably not. Definitely don't want to land. Again, no more lands. So here they need to answer my board. Cool. But yeah, Dean, just practice, see what comes up. I mean, if they just cast Mince that game, I'd probably lose. But without pressure... Depending on your familiarity, there's nothing wrong with just like starting with stock lists as you kind of learn. I know there's this like notion like you want to be like, I want to figure it out. But it's definitely just something like as you play more games, you kind of get a feel for. Opponent goes first. I have a bauble, I have a draw, I have a deer. I think we try this. Zoo is my guess. Zoo's tough. Turn 1 monkey. Okay, they are zoo. Yeah, Timeless is definitely a crazy format. Wow. So they had the stubborn denial. Again, punished. The note, like... And they hit my Bowmaster. Jesus. So the thing is, like... I know they're on zoo. They hit my thing. That's usually a safe thing to do, because if you kill it there, then they know that they're safe to play a second Bowmaster with dash. We don't hit a land here. I think we're done. Let's just go to the next game. The hand was already kind of sketchy, and then they just hit really well. So get zoo, I want the Searing Bloods, and I want the Unholies. And we will take out probably just a bauble. And a Ragavan. Yeah, if they're gonna hit us like that, I can't really do much. Zoo's already a tough matchup. They're on the play. Jeez, can't keep not getting a single hand today. Requesting Druid back, keeps the 2 bull. Actually, yeah, I would probably do that. The coddle on 1. I've got another line. In all honesty, since they did this, because Bowmaster has very few targets, like it could hit Ragavan. No, I think we still do this. I know, it's close. Because, like, this lets me questing Druid if they don't play... Like, their play pattern suggests to me that they have Ragavan. Now they can counter this, which will feel bad. But I wasn't playing around the counter anyways. Once you have the core cards of Timeless, like, we played two different decks. Alright, feels bad. But we can start just eating at the stuff, dealing some damage. We have 5. Like, maybe this Deathrite goes the distance. Okay, so Leyline Binding's on. Again, if they want to counter this, maybe we should have held for Bowmaster. So I can bolt here. This is interesting, because, like, obviously bolt saves me, but I want to keep the bolt ideally. I could Bowmaster, but then they have to trade their Bowmaster for it. I could let them just go to blocks. I think we have to do that. Like, it's not worth it. Because, like, here they probably trade with the Bowmaster then. So it's a little tricky. I think we just take Luris here. They're kind of flooding. This one's a little tricky. Could play Bobble, but I missed out a point of damage. This could be a burn spell. But if they just go Jengantha for the turn, okay. I don't think we play any different. Like, it is what it is, our deck. I think the single Ragavan's fine. I wouldn't play more than that. Opponent kind of flooded there. A keepable hand in this economy? Probably keep. Think I gotta keep my land up. Like, do I kill this? I'm not killing Kavu right now anyways. Let's see, if they fetch... I'm doing this now before the land comes into play. When the land comes into play, it becomes a 3/3. So we're going to avoid that. Now if they just do Kavu, it's going to be 4/4. Okay, so that's actually pretty solid for us. We're going to Questing Druid here. Hope that they don't have the counter. Very good, very good, very good. I kind of have to do this. I'm pretty sure they have a Bowmaster of their own. Their Bowmaster will hit my Bowmaster. It's a weird, like, sequence. Okay, they don't have Bowmaster. What do they have? Just Leyline Binding? I don't have green mana, so I can't cast Questing Druid yet. I also just have Mount Doom that I could start dooming him. Okay. Okay, so we'll do this. Do this. Bump you. Alchemy's okay. Like the spell books or the Specialize is the only one that's kind of stupid. But there's a lot of cool cards in the set. I think we do that. This could be Leyline Binding, but like we have multiple threats now. They take Questing Druid. But like I bump and then I can just Mount Doom them every turn. Or that. That's certainly a card. I don't have the mana for that. That's a little annoying. Okay, so we have Brawler. This is actually an interesting line. Do we go face with the hope of hitting? Or do we take this out? I think the lines go face. I don't have many turns left. Well, that's certainly a card to keep on top. Okay, we got Druid. Because like now even if they kill something, I have something to get back with Laris at least. They have a pause, so it could be either Bolt or Leyline Binding. We are taking 5. Binding's actually worse because I don't get the card back. Come on! So annoying. Thing light up the stage. Probably have to do this. Tell me that's another Leyline Binding. We're getting destroyed by these Hidetsukus. You kidding me? Ah! This card ridiculously ruined us. I had the game too. They had the Bolt, so like regardless of what we played. Alright, 1-1. Maybe do... Oh. Third. Current. Let's try once more with Shadow. Do we want to change anything? Actually think... I want to try Claim Fame. Just do that. Let's try that out. Hey Victor, we did the first two as John Death Shadow. Yeah, this format I think has got the highest skill level. You know, let's do one with Merfolk maybe. Let me just set this up. Did want to make a couple of changes. Spell Pierce. Savage Swipe. Okay. The standard one you get, I think, like, you can outskill some people. Jund is red, black, green color combination. Okay, so this list here came from Doomwake, another content creator. It is a Simic Merfolk deck. So you have Spreading Seas to kind of deal with their lands. You have an Alchemy card in Merfolk Tunnel Guide. Basically gives you 3 emblems, like one-time use 3 times. When a Merfolk enters the battlefield, you get to explore. So it's kind of a cool way to get some value. Benthic Biomancer gets you some card draws, especially when you explore, puts counters. Vildaean as kind of counterspell on a stick. Master Pearl Trident for unblockable, kind of mixed into there. So we're going to give this one a shot, see how it works out. Take a break from smashing our heads repeatedly against the wall with Jund decks. We'll do... Which one's the Phyrexian one? I only saw the 2 arts. I like the Spell Pierce, but I might have missed the other one. This hand's... Yeah, we'll try. I don't know what they're on, but... Probably get rid of... Second Cenote. Get a Trop. I don't know which version of Luris they're on. They did it to themselves, so that means that they're going to consider fetching here. Well, you're late. Actually should have... I missed the point of damage. This is likely Tainted Pact. Or it could be the Dimir control deck, which... also will be very annoying to play against. We need threats. This is Miss Min's Dimir deck. They have the Sunken Hollows in here. They do have turn 0 interaction. Pact of Negation, you just lose. Obviously, drawing both these Once Upon a Times isn't great. They could still be sultai pack. And then we just got unlucky that they had bobble, push, counterspell all in their opener. Again, I missed the point. Okay, so I can tell I'm new to this deck because I'm missing points of damage. They're so good at Tainted Pact where they draw all their one-ofs. Like, the one-of push, the one-of... So if they are Tainted Pact, Tishana's Tidebinder, just... Hey, Dean, I appreciate it. I think we just get the Merfolk here. I should have got the other Tishana. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go shields down for one turn. If they have the Tainted Pack with Thassa's Oracle, they have it. I should have got the other Tishanas. It's actually pretty humorous at this point. Like, if this is Tainted Pact, the amount of one-ofs they've drawn. I don't think this is... I think we do this. I can flash this in. Okay, so they're not Tainted Pact. We know that at this point. They could have Bowmaster here. I mean, it gets it out of the way. I mean, might as well get a drop. I should have kept the land for next turn, but it shouldn't matter too much. We attack in. I could counter the Tishana trigger. Could also counter a Bowmaster trigger. I think we're just playing out our threats here. They can't counter this. We got a card draw. We're also flooding. I mean, I gotta try to do this. We've drawn so many lands. Okay, Trickster's okay. I could get rid of a blocker here. I might play it safe. Mystic Sanctuary, get back Archmage Charm maybe? Maybe a removal, drowned. There's quite a bit of Blood Moon in the format. So they counterspell that. Interesting. I have to attack in. It doesn't matter, like, they can double block here if they want. They can single block. I gotta just keep pushing damage through. I would love like a flash creature in here. Just another thing I could flash in on their end step. The no Cocos is kind of annoying. Nice. We're probably dead at this point. We don't have reach. They very conveniently found, like, they got stuck on lines, but their curve's so low and that they just had like a ton of interaction that it didn't matter. Now they're just drawing like crazy. The ward, maybe we probably should have done that first because they do the ward, but I think we just pass here. We've drawn so many lines. They can also just beat us with memory. Yeah, we're done here. I hate this deck. Alright, Brazen Borers, Okos, Unlicensed Hearse, Spell Pierce, coming out, Trim on the Once Upon a Time. Actually, I don't think I want Borrower. Actually, all the Spreading Seas come out. Spreading Seas doesn't really do much against them. They're all islands, and they care about islands. Could go Stern Scolding for the Bowmasters. They usually only play Bowmasters as their threats. So maybe just play it like that. They don't really have stuff I want to bounce anyways. This run will probably be my last run. Like wherever we finish. No Cavern. mean, I think we gotta just keep whatever we get with this. No one drop's pretty bad. So let him see the top card and then we'll fetch. Hey Francis, thank you. Gold in this economy? So they draw 2 here. Just thin out our deck a little bit more. Okay, so they probably brought in Kalidas or Oko because they're off Luris. So let's get rid of Bazeju, doesn't do much in this matchup. Let's get a Trop. Say go. I want to save it here, because if they go Bowmaster target Shoreline, I can flash in Vodean. So this saves me here. $12 cards, let's hit both Bowmasters in the beginning. Why not? This is going to be Fatal Push. We have to watch out with Sylvian. We lost the mill in our first run. Cash's Hideous Laughter, 22 card milled me. Okay, so Lorien here. No counters is a little annoying. So, Brainstorm here. Not annoying, but is what it is. Tap you down. So I could have Lord here. Or I could Sylvian. I think we do this. The Ashiok got us a bit, but it was the Hideous Laughter, because it hit us for so much. They've seen all 4 baubles in the top 17 cards. Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. So I'm going to play this out because it gets us the boon. It also gives us extra. They're going to get a ping here. Actually, I could have flashed this in. That was a mistake. Trickster's probably fine. Keep the line. I made a mistake there. I could have blown up the Tasha's Hideous. Or the memory there. Think we still got this? Because even if they have a sweeper, I can sack some stuff. Okay. So they had bind. They can't bind anything. Sylvian's kind of bad. Maybe a borrower. Like, it gets hit by Bowmaster, but so does most. Spirits was like all over Explorer, then they printed Supreme Verdict, and now I never see it. Okay, this hand's good. Look at that, I turned my $20 card into like a $300 card. If they main phase Bowmaster here, I think they might be watching the stream. Okay. I think we do this. Okay, so they had the Bowmaster. We took a chance, obviously. A lot of their plays are looking very suspicious. Need to hit a land. Go shields down for a turn. Because they're going to have the anti-counter. Can I get a land, please? Can I get a land, please? That's not a land. Split it up here. Okay, that's a land. Just gonna keep it on top. We may or may not fetch. Because the thing we have to keep in mind is they have this to counter. So while we can spell pierce, they can still counter it. Drowned in the lock. So I can force the counter out this turn. They get the card draw. So I think we just have to let this go. We'll get spell pierce here. I think we keep it on top. Tempo's tough because, like, you could see at this game where knowing when to sequence stuff, we're a little bit behind on mana, which makes it a little hard. These veils are a little annoying as well. I mean, I could push. They're kind of out of cards, and they brainstormed here, and they don't have a fetch. Gonna keep Trickster on top. It taps down one of their blockers. Naturally draws Uro, no problem. They're missing another green. Okay, Katishana's their fetch land. Yeah, we don't want Cenote. We don't want Sylvian. Alright, so we took him off Land Destruction Merfolk. Let's cut down, do anything. I mean, it buys us a turn. Okay, so we have Shoreline Scout. Comes into play. We gotta keep this for the Oko turn. I could Sylvian. Put on Tishana's, I think. So get rid of that. Get a tropical. And I can play the Sylvian here. Because then they go... But probably just want to Trickster down their thing, play Voidian, play that. Because I think I want access to Spell Pierce here. So we'll pass the turn. That's fine. This one's been an interesting one. So they escape Burrow. I'd be mindful with Disallow. It doesn't see like a huge amount of play. They put Sanctuary on top. This one's a tough game. Boom! Got him. Got them. Not gonna lie, that was a tough match. Tishana. If you're in blue already, you can do Tishana Tidebinder. It does all activated abilities. That's how we got the fetch land out of the way. Tishana's Tidebinder. You counter activated or... You can also try Pithing Needle. But yeah, Disallow doesn't see really any play. So I'd just be like, especially if you're limited on wildcards. Oh, DM Viper was in our chat earlier. Aaron Luris. Upgraded. Boo. Well, it depends what you want. Like, I don't think this allows a good counterspell for the format. Huh? I've been wrecked. This is Rakdos Breach. Can take the damage. I can. I just have to do this. I don't love this because it reduces our board presence, but feel like in that circumstance we have to. Voidian on top's probably fine. I don't know. We're weak to another Bowmaster here, but I think we're always weak to another Bowmaster. Pithing Needle's 1 mana. Pithing Needle sees a lot of play in sideboards in Timeless as well. So if you ever get into the format, most sideboards play 1 to 2 Pithing Needles. Counter the Dark Ritual here. This blows up their Breach turn. They're at 10 now. I maybe should have led with Master there. I should have probably done Master because it lets me play around another. Alrighty. We have intent here. Wish we had one more mana. Could have like messed them up there. Instant sorcery enchantment. So DRC is not going to work. This could be another Dark Ritual, but we can counter it. That's not like an ETB, so it doesn't work. Stitcher here. I could go Sylvian here, but it doesn't really do much. And that gives him an Orc army. Oh, but that's for the following turn. This also gives me Ward. So they could have gone to get another Breach. Think we have to do this. The Biblioplex isn't a playable card. What colors are you in? Okay, so they hit the tendrils. We're definitely going to want the Graveyard Hate post-board. The Aether Gust could be reasonable. Stern Scolding. Probably trim on all the Once Upon a Times. Spreading Seas can also mess up their mana base. Okay, Lures to Hand's nice. They'll get another block here. I didn't want to attack with this because they could have double blocked me. White, blue, green. Yeah, Beseju, Pithing Needle, Field of Ruin. You're probably best with just doing that. So we'll Trickster here, tap down Bowmaster. Okay, they have another Bowmaster. They're kind of forced into blocking here. Now we just play Benthic. We've gone pretty wide. No problem. It's unfortunate. It's banned in Historic, but I think Spreading Seas is what you'd want. Just turns any land into an island. You got me. Alright. So Aether Gust doesn't really help per se, but we definitely want the Hearses. I think I want the Spell Pierce, the Stern Scoldings. Brazen Borrower could be okay because what happens is we can bounce the Breach, and I think that's better than Sylvian. Savage Swipe is an option as well. I think we're going to take out the Once Upon a Times. We're going to take out the Benthic Biomancers. Play Savage Swipe. Maybe a Sylvian. Because like this just gets picked off by Bowmaster, especially on the play. Brazen Borrower also gets picked off, but it does a little bit more there. I don't think this is an Oko matchup. We'll keep this. I mean, if they Thoughtseize me on one, it's pretty bad. Okay, Dragon Rage. Bobble. So we can... I think we just want the land here. Probably getting rid of Pearl Trident here. Like, I get hit by Bowmaster here, which sucks. So play this. I'll probably go Merfolk here. They might just be able to combo kill me. When they have Phyrexian Tower, it makes it a little bit more scary. Because they have the Breach in hand. So I'm gonna Spreading Seas the red source here. Yeah, they got a ping. Wouldn't have made a difference. We got in 2 points of damage. The hope here is they don't have a land. Mana abilities like Llanowar Elf. Anything that taps to add mana. Demonic Tutor for a land. It's probably a land. Thoughtseize. Well, my hand's kind of redundant. Ooh, Tunnel Guide. This play is so dumb. You can't even see the color, like the time. I think here we're just playing the tap line, not giving them the info of what we drew. Because if they play Breach and then they play Ritual, yes, they still haven't hit Ritual. They also tapped. They can sack here. Get some mana. I want to start putting pressure on them, so I'm probably going to tap DRC this turn. Okay, Luris to hand. That's fantastic. Land. I can take both the artifacts, but they still have 4. So I can't take them off Delirium, but I can target whatever they're going to hit with Luris. Creatures, they have 4, so it's a bit harder. Instants, they have 2. I think we take this. See what they do. They have Underworld Breach. Probably get rid of both the Stitchers right now. I should have waited till they surveilled. That was dumb. This might just be Bauble. I think we do this. Slows him down for a turn. Might be wrong. I guess I can recast Bowmaster here. Okay, so we do have Tashana, which isn't bad. We have enough creatures in the yard. Wish we had one more mana. I think that's fine. a full grip. But I think if I could control their yard enough. Creature, instant, sorcery. Think we do that? Hey, Kiefer. Yeah, we've been trying to battle it out with Merfolk. I think we're getting rid of Demonic Tutor and Fatal Push this turn. If they catch Breach. So Demonic Tutor, Bowmaster, Shoreline Scout, that doesn't do too much, but it's another body. I want to upkeep on the Dragon Rage Chandler. They're always going to be able to get the Luris here. But I think we need to try to hit like a Dark Ritual or something if they get that going. There are 14 minutes. We're at 20. Okay. Thoughtseize, you're down to 4. Close. Okay, so I definitely need to get tendrils out. Draw a card here. Okay, Voidian could be pretty good. What do they get here? We gotta just try. Freaking Bowmaster. They got us. I think we run it back. Raisins were okay. Like, Spreading Seas did what it needed to do. It's just we just needed him to not draw Bowmaster there. Well, they bobbled, so they knew it was on top anyway, so they're safe. We drew like Stern Scolding, but we had the graveyard under control to some degree. One more life, we're probably okay there too. Just being able to attack in. Give this a shot. Keep that on top. Want to thin out my deck a bit. Get Seize. Spell Pierce is sick. Play at flash speed now. They had another land. Double block. I have Brazen to bounce if needed. Get the boon going, get some counters. I think we're fetching for an island regardless here, because I don't want to go shields down. Hey Dan. So if you check out the metagame videos that I do, it gives you kind of a breakdown. Black Red's your safest because it gets you the most options. You can play like Death Shadow, you can play more mid-rangey with like One Ring Shieldred, you can play Burn. The mana base also is very similar to Historic and stuff. Orcish DRC in the yard. Okay, so since they actually don't have anything, Voidian's actually really solid here. I think because like this puts him to 6. But then again, I can... Yeah, because we also have the Pierce up. I don't think they can... Can they beat us? I mean, we have 4 counters if needed. So we could counter breach if needed. We got him a couple different ways. All right, folks, just as a heads up, I'm going to be calling it after this game, regardless of the outcome. We'll continue tomorrow with the run for Merfolk, see how it goes there. But I've been streaming for 3 hours now. And my wife wants to go to bed, and we need to take the dog out. So, appreciate everyone in advance for stopping by today. We've had like 60 concurrent people, which is nuts that 60 people are showing up on a Friday night to hang out with me. I do appreciate it greatly. And to DM Viper, I know you're in the chat. GG's in advance. This was a good game. Boom! All right, folks. We will call it there. I appreciate everyone stopping by. That was a hell of a run. We'll be back tomorrow with some more action.